Oh, poison! Hello. Hi, Miss. Hi, Bear. How was your afternoon? Was it good? Was it filled with ice cream? As it should have been. Gosh darn it. Sleepy. Sleepy. This is one of those games that freezes when you click away from it, so I'm gonna have to click it and then click back and then transition. There is a black border around this, but that's in the game, so that's not on me. Sleepy but good. Also, luckily it does pause because you have an opportunity to see this background here, which has behind this character who you can't see my cursor, but behind the character you can see a bunch of words, including gult. And I think at the bottom right hand corner, just by his hand, you can see horse. I don't know what that's about. Trying to finish commission work. Ooh, good luck. Hopefully it's expedient and enjoyable. Also, why is chat there? Good question. Me? Let's put you there. You're in a corner now. Haha. Anyway, welcome to Fahrenheit. AKA Indigo Prophecy, AKA Fahrenheit : Indigo Prophecy. Depending on which version you get. This is a game that's quite loud, apparently. Let me fix that. Good music. And there's one thing I can say for it, it's got good music. You pachetta, hey! What is it in Celsius? Probably closer to a sort of navy blue prophecy? But yeah. So apparently Fahrenheit was the original name. Then it got released in North America and renamed Indigo Prophecy because Fahrenheit's not an interesting word in North America. And then when it got re-released as a remaster, they just put both names there, because why not? This is by David Cage and Quantic Dream, creators subsequently of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, and most recently Detroit Become Human, and prior to this, Omicron, the Nomad Soul. This was the first of this sort of one. Omicron is a big sprawling sci-fi weird thing. This is an attempt to make a movie, as you can see. You were encouraged to start a new movie. Not a new game. Looks like a David Cage game. Oh, it's a David Cage game. Don't you worry about this. This is pure unbridled David Cage before they learned how to smooth the edges. If you thought Heavy Rain had some weird bits, this is where the weird bits came from. This is just weird bits. They worked out how to, you know, I've already said smooth the edges, but that's basically, you know, smooth the corners, I guess. Round the corners. Jason! I don't think there's anything like that. I might be wrong. We'll find out. But yes, there's also a game that you play with a controller, and you will find out how that works when we start, because we will start a new movie. But before that, we have a tutorial to do. Oh yes. Thank you, Jason! Oh, I should add a Jason command. Sean! But yeah, it's very much in the similar sort of vein of Sad Man is Sad. So I'm going to say before we start, we got a tutorial to get through, which is its own thing. But after that, content warning for basically everything. Mentions of depression and suicide and flashing lights. Not mentions of flashing lights, actual flashing lights. And it's David Cage, so none of it's handled well. So it's not terrible, but it's a thing that you need to be aware of. Or a thing I'd like you to be aware of, at the very least. Cage, I think it's C. I'll be wrong. Anyway, let's start the tutorial. Speaking of...
Hi, my name is David Cage.
Oh, it's very quiet. Now it's quiet.
I'm the writer and director of Fahrenheit. I just thought there's a few things you should know before you get started. I'd like you to meet my friend Bob. You'll be controlling him while you're learning.
It's him, he's here.
Let's begin with something simple.
Also terrifying mannequin.
Move toward the mark on the floor.
And move. Welcome to the tutorial. You made this game. You did this. You made this. You put yourself in as a tutorial. You strange, strange man. Don't worry, we won't be a tutorial for long. Also, I had no buttons beforehand,
Perfect.
so I know.
Now you know how to move about.
I did this
You're
to
also
check.
going to have to be able to observe your environment. To do so, you'll have direct control of the cameras. Come on, give it a try.
Sweet. Sweet.
You can also look around you and see exactly what you want to see.
Exactly what I want to see. There's there, perfect. This is what I want to see.
But you won't be just looking around you in Fahrenheit. You'll also have
Indigo
to
prophecy.
interact with your environment. Go to the door.
There's a door.
Do you see the symbol at the top of the screen?
The seam.
It indicates the movement you have to make to execute the action. Do it slowly to really feel you're controlling your character's hand.
Nope.
Go ahead. That's cool. Now that
Cool.
you know how to move about, use the cameras and interact with the environment, we can move on to more serious stuff. Fahrenheit has action sequences where your character's life will be in danger. I'd better explain this to you before you find yourself on your own.
Hi. To the rib stall, whatever that means.
When this symbol appears at the top of the screen, it means your character is gonna have to make a physical
This is
effort.
bizarre.
You'll see. You'll be exhausted too.
Well, you want to be immersed in the film, so this is obviously what you need to see. Oh, I have to do that quite fast.
Hey, not bad. Now for something a bit more difficult. You're
I like
gonna
that
find
texture in the
yourself
background, that's
facing all kinds of
broken.
dangers in Fahrenheit. You're gonna need a cool head and good reflexes if you want to survive. Let's see how it works.
Oh yes, now here's the main action of the game. All of the action sequences will have Simon Says over the top of it.
Okay, I see you've got the hang of it. Now we can move on to something else. You can also choose what you want to say in the dialogues in Fahrenheit. Let's give it a try. What do you think of my friend Bob?
Terrifying. Sexy or nice? Chat? What do we think? Nice?
Hey Bob, did you hear that?
No.
Right, I see
Doesn't
you've
have
got
ears.
the hang of the dialogues. In Fahrenheit, you'll only have a limited amount of time to make up your mind, so you'd better think fast.
Yeah, I can't ask
Now,
chat.
let's talk about your mental health. In Fahrenheit,
You
your
are not
actions
qualified for
modify
this.
the psychological state of your character. Each time it changes, the symbol will appear on screen. Take care of your character, otherwise you may fall into depression, madness, or even commit suicide. Oh, I
Gameplay.
nearly forgot something important. In Fahrenheit, you'll be able to control all the main characters. Be careful. Your every action will have consequences for the story.
No one.
A word of advice, think before you act. That's it. I've told you everything I know, or nearly everything. There are still lots of
You wrote
things
the script.
to discover, but I'll leave you the surprise of finding them for yourself. Now it's up to you to play. And be careful. You're entering a world where anything can happen.
Anything. Let me know about volume, by the way. Quantic Dream. One petal texture repeated over and over again. Pet kittens? Can you pet cat? We'll make that a mission. See if we can find a cat and pet it.
Things are never quite what they seem. We think we understand the world around us, but we really only see the outside, what it seems to be. I used to be just like you. I believed in humanity, the newspapers, soap
conspiracy
commercials,
theories.
politics, and history books. But one day, the world kicks you in the teeth, and you don't have any choice but to see things the way they really are. My name is Lucas Kane. My story is the one where an ordinary guy has something extraordinary happen to him. Maybe it was supposed to happen.
You don't have to lay out the
Maybe it
trope.
was my destiny or my karma or whatever. I know one thing for sure. Nothing's ever going to be the same again.
Nothing's gonna be the same, everyone. Fahrenheit. Now come the flashing lights and things, warnings.
It all started right here. Where else could it happen? New York,
the original
capital
York.
of the universe. The chessboard destiny chose for the last big game. I was just another pawn living my pawn's life.
How's the bit rate?
Until that night, when my life descended into chaos.
Swoosh. Oh, no swoosh. It's doing. There's a city behind this. Angelo Badalamenti actually did a good job. The one thing I will always say about Quantic Dream games is that basically everybody except David Cage does a fantastic job. Ah, what a wonderful start. Ah. Pet bird. But anyway, how much did you drink? Flashing lights. Said we could do anything. Anything that's programmed into the game. Never trust David. Yes, lots of jam. I thought it was a pentagram. My doodle is wrong. More jam! Sorry, I'm not taking the gravitas of this situation seriously.
The gate's been padlocked. I can't open it.
Hi. And you're back in the room. At the bed.
What?
It's sealed up. I
What
can't
have I
get
done?
through.
Now I'm depressed. No, come back. Let me pet. Oh.
I didn't want... It was like a dream.
Why is the music so loud?
I won't be able to open it from this side.
Damn. Can change audio. Ah, music. Music down. Voices up. E. Did I save? It did save. That didn't sound like a save thing, but sure, whatever. Alright. We've committed a murder.
Quick. I've got to get out of here before somebody comes in here.
When that icon is there, my progress is being saved. Hide the body. Do the mash. Do the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash! That way for toilet. Oh, I'm less depressed now. I hit the body. That's good. I have a bloody face. Let's take care of that.
I'm covered in blood. I can't go anywhere looking like this.
Yeah, covered is an overstatement. Sploosh sploosh. The old camera panning behind the character model so that you can disguise a change. Broom? Can we broom the blood? Broom the... It's a mop. Okay. I have to do the mopping effect. thing. I'm less anxious now. Put the mop away. Can we close this door?
I'm bleeding. I must have cut my wrist with the knife. Both of my forearms are cut, too.
No, that's not what I thought then. Oh, okay. We can do anything! You know when doing the housework helps with your mental health? Kinda. Can I hold this?
It's barred up. I can't get out this way.
You better wash your hands.
Wash my hands. Oh, there's a knife on the floor. Better take care of it.
Knife. I've got to get rid of it.
I mean, I did wash my hands, but then I touched my blood. But it's my blood, so that's fine. Me having my blood on me. Where did we put the knife? Questions, questions. I'm leaving. Bye. Do 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 do. No. Yep. Pay the bill. Ooh.
I need to get out of this neighborhood before the police get here.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Brad! Taxi! Oh, the police are already there. Taxi's in Limus. Get in the taxi. I'm less stressed. We got away with the murder, kind of. No, I didn't do a fantastic job, did we? Hello, person.
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed. I'm going to have to ask you to stay calm and wait here for the police to arrive and check your IDs.
I'm not police, I'm in fancy dress. Dog's Diner. Minus 10 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit?
No.
No.
Doc's Diner, that's it. Why do they always wait for me to go on duty before they start killing each other in the middle of the night?
Tyler, somebody gets murdered every day in New York.
But especially when I'm on night duty. It's as if every psycho in the city has it in for me.
If you want a bitch, do it
Texture of an
inside.
energy.
That way I don't have to freeze to death listening to it.
You're the boss, Carla.
Here's the boss. We learned this.
In 5 years on the force, I've seen some murders. But you never really get used to death. You just learn to live with it, that's all.
Why is your voice...
I still don't know if it was fatigue, cold, or something else. But I clearly remember the bad feeling I got when I walked into that restaurant. As if some part of me already knew that this time, something was different.
That face. Her voice is compressed in exactly the same way that Wallace's was in the Wallace and Gromit game. That's distracting to me. Hey! Can I talk? Hello? Hi. Fine, we'll go in. Hi, oops!
How's it going, McCarthy?
Evening, Inspector. I've been waiting for you. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Martin.
So, what happened?
Homicide. I found the body in the toilets. I had to go before I went home.
Martin.
What were you doing here? Were you on duty?
I wasn't. I just happened to be here when the murder happened. I like to come by here after work. Kate's Coffee is the best in the East End.
EastEnders. No, when you... Sorry,
Do we have
don't
a
have time.
A client left just before I found the body.
How did
How
he
was
leave?
the victim killed?
Oh.
With a blade, from what I could gather. But we should wait for the autopsy.
It's not an important matter. No, exactly. Sorry, exact-ish.
Is the body still there?
The boys from the morgue were waiting for you to get here before moving it. Nobody's been in the toilet since we found the body.
They're busting.
Is that the waitress over there?
Yeah, Kate Morrison. I think that you should interrogate her. If you don't mind me saying, go easy on her, Inspector. She's still in a state of shock.
Slams
Which
table.
was
What
the
are you doing?
suspect sitting at?
Oh, he was sitting at that table over there.
Thanks for your help, Martin. It's late. I think you can go home and get some sleep.
I'm gonna wait until you're finished with Kate, if you don't mind. I want to make sure she gets home okay.
No. When this symbol appears on the top right of the screen, you can switch characters with the B button. You know when your voice echoes in your head when you think your thoughts? I mean, yeah, standard. Full of stab wounds, but we'll wait for the autopsy. It's poisoning. The stab wounds could be a distraction from the poisoning that happened. You never know. Yeah, cool. So we can be Tyler.
Back then, we didn't know anything yet.
Oh,
we just
poison.
thought it was cold, you know? If I had known, I probably would have stayed in bed that night, not gotten out till it was all over. That's the problem. If we knew ahead of time what was going to happen, we'd never leave the house.
Cool. Back to Carla. Sit down. Wasn't that fun? Don't know you or care about this. That's fair. Hello! I hear somebody got killed in your shop.
Kate? I'm Inspector Carla Valenti. I'm in charge of the investigation here. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No. Go ahead.
What's the capital of Timbuktu?
Have you been working here long, Kate?
It'll be 11 years next month. I've seen all sorts in this place. Down and outers, junkies, you name it. The till's been robbed a few times, but murder? That's a new one. Poor Johnny was such a nice guy.
Did you know the victim well?
John was a regular. He came every Monday. He always ordered the same thing and left a nice tip.
Oh, so many dirty jokes that could be made.
What was he like, Kate? Do you think you could describe him for me?
I only saw him for a few seconds. I guess he was about average height.
I'm assuming we're talking about the
fairly
victim,
young.
the perpetrator now.
That's all I can remember.
Someone else.
Could anyone else have come in?
Right, okay.
No,
I don't know what these
I don't
prompts
think
mean.
so. You can only get in the front door. If somebody else had come in, I would have seen them.
A few seconds every Monday. Standard, you know? Short motive.
Do you know whether the victim had any enemies? Anybody that might want to kill
I mean, she
him?
literally just said
John was,
he was
just
lovely.
a nice, normal guy. I can't see why anybody would want to kill him.
Yeah, I've got to push up or down or whatever.
Was John here alone? Did he speak with anyone?
John always came alone.
Again, dirty
We
jokes.
chatted a bit, the weather, his job, the usual stuff. He never talked to anybody else.
Facts.
Can you tell me what you saw?
There weren't that many people tonight. It's usually pretty calm during the week. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. I didn't even see John get up.
He was shaving his moustache.
Oh my God.
Kate, try to pull yourself together. You are our main witness, so I'm really gonna need your help.
My shift was almost over. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. John got up and went to the restroom. The man must have followed him, and then he must have snuck out afterwards because I didn't even see him leave.
What happened next?
Martin went to the restroom, and that's when he found John.
Did you hear anything while John was in the toilets? Sound of a struggle or yelling?
No, I didn't notice anything.
John Bizarre.
Did you happen to notice anything strange about John?
John
tonight?
Bizarre. John Bizarre.
Did he seem worried or stressed out?
No, he was just like he always is. He even made a joke when he came in.
Do you think that you would recognize the suspect?
I'll never forget that face.
Perfect. Do you think that you could come down to the station tomorrow and help us construct a likeness of the killer?
Yeah, I'll do whatever you think I can to help catch him.
Yeah, let's construct a likeness. That'll go well.
Thank you very much for your help, Kate.
I hope you find the bastard who did it. People like that just don't deserve to live.
I promise you, we'll do everything in our power to find him. Go home now and try to get some sleep. Martin will make sure you get home okay.
Yeah, I think she was talking about the suspect when she said she couldn't really remember it, but I mean the writing's very clear, obviously. When you have non-linear dialogue options, you don't need to give context.
Good night.
Nipped. Oh, I can get up. Righto, hi.
Hey, Garrett. Hey, Frank. How's it going?
Hey, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
So, you guys find anything?
We took some samples here and there. We're
Oh,
almost
she'd never
finished.
forget the face.
We were just waiting for you before we took the body away.
Okay, let's take a look.
No subtitles, thank you. To the body! To the table.
Huh. Here's his fork. But where's the knife?
I wonder.
A cup of coffee and a soft drink? That's weird. He's a caffeine addict. Or else he wasn't alone.
Why is... I have a hot and cold drink on my desk right now. I mean, I don't have caffeine, but I might have. I could have, theoretically.
A book. The Tempest by Shakespeare.
Shakespeare!
If this is his, it's a pretty weird book for a killer to be reading.
Why?
Garrett, there's a book under this table. Why don't you check it out for prints?
You got it, Carla.
Well, the coffee's not on the bill.
Okay. Yeah, having multiple drinks is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. You're the weird one, Carla. You're the weird one. Where's the Tempest weird to read? I don't know. The production I watched, everyone was swinging around on a swing. What should a killer be reading? 1984. I don't know. Should be taking this seriously, Tyler. Alright, body.
Several wounds on the left side of the chest.
Speak up.
In the area of the heart. They appear to be knife wounds.
We learned so much. I can investigate all the things I did.
Blood on the mop. The killer must have used it to clean up the mess. Why would he risk getting caught to do that?
To not get caught?
No trace of a struggle. Looks like the guy was taken totally by surprise.
Lick them up. I could do anything. Mr. Cage said I could do anything. Blood.
Why is there blood here?
There's blood everywhere else.
Did you find anything?
Possibly. I don't understand why there would be blood here.
Maybe it belongs to the victim.
Not likely. Get Garrett to analyze it, then we'll know for sure.
So here's the thing. Am I supposed to be actually doing this crime solving well, or am I supposed to be not because I'm also the one who hid everything? Who am I rooting for here?
Man, stab some dude in the toilets? You gotta be crazy. This guy took a big risk. Anybody could have walked in here and surprised him.
And she's wearing gloves as she puts hands on this bathroom floor, yeah. It's very cold, everyone's got gloves. And check out my hair with my grimy glove hands. Tyler, what you got? Have a... Tyler, really? This is a crime scene.
Tyler?
What? This is a restroom, isn't it?
No, this is a crime scene.
It's cool. I'm done. Must be all that coffee I've been drinking to try and stay awake.
That upset Carl. Check out your hair with the dead body in the reflection of the mirror. Exactly. That's safe.
Just what exactly are you doing, Tyler?
I'm checking for clues. What do you think?
Do you know if anyone has contacted the family?
Not as far as I know. Oh, right. I get it. I'll take care of it. Bizarre.
Bizarre.
Well, he still has his credit card and $100 in cash on him.
I'll take that.
I guess the killer wasn't after his money.
Speak for longer when I'm taking a drink. One of my 2 drinks, Carla. Yeah. That's interesting.
Unless there's a gang running around hiding bloody knives in toilets, I think I might have found the murder weapon.
Great. Tell Garrett, have him check for prints on the handle.
Okay.
If it's been in a toilet, good luck finding prints. Gonna go tell Garrett. We're both out here now. Hey, how you doing? You alright? I could talk to you briefly and now I can't. Whoops. No, can't. Fine. Fine. Oh, the controls in this game are quite something. Oh, the camera angles move, but the controls are...
You look hammered, Tyler.
Yeah, this is my 3rd night on call in a row.
No idea.
You
One
know
of these
me,
2.
man. If I don't get my beauty sleep, it's Zombie City.
You should be out of here pretty soon now.
You don't know Carla. She's capable of keeping everybody up till breakfast. Man, she is by far the
Dirty
most
jokes.
stubborn girl I ever met. Hey, Garrett.
That's Garrett.
Carla wants you to verify 2 or 3 things.
The
Don't
scientific
worry,
department.
I wrote it all down on this paper so you wouldn't forget.
I had a feeling that Carla was gonna keep us up a little longer.
Yeah, hammered. Yeah, hammered means drunk. He might also be hammered. I don't know. Gonna have a rest. Now, if this doesn't sum up the game, I don't know what does.
Man, this guy is dying proof that pissing can be bad for your health.
Thanks, Tyler. What's your opinion on the food?
Steak and fries. Looks like he barely touched his food.
Just realized he also didn't wash his hands.
Martin says this was the guy's table.
I'm in charge now.
A never-ending well of wisdom, that Tyler.
That Tyler. Finish your sentences, Hazel. He's a wise guy. He's got to drink all that coffee to make up for the pissing he did. We can do anything. I'm less stressed now. That's what coffee does to you. Calms you down. Doc's burger and coffee, only $L. L, you say, the Lagrangian. That's not how coffee works, David Cage. David Cage understands humans. Clues.
Did you find anything, Tyler?
For that, I'd have to be able to keep my eyes open.
Alice!
Keep up the good work, Tyler.
We're doing a great job in game. We killed the guy and are now investigating the killing. And we couldn't pet a crow, which is very upsetting. Hey, how you doing? You having a good time? Also, Ann Plamp, if they are there. I could sit at any of these chairs. Yeah, am. Jet lag still. We've seen that one. No, we've done that one. Come on, I gotta see these chairs. They're very important. There we go. Yeah. Where's my achievement? Yeah, hopefully the jet lag passes. We'll just go to Carla. Anything fun here?
Frank, can you verify all of the calls that came through this phone tonight?
You got it, Carla.
Okay, found a clue.
Tyler, I'm gonna take a look outside.
We're outside now. Bins. There's the window. You, hello.
Good evening, sir.
Whoa! Hey, babe. What can I do for you?
Someone was killed in that restaurant tonight. Did you happen to see anything or anyone unusual?
Did I see something? I don't see nothing. I mind my own business.
Cold enough for you?
Yeah, well, luckily I got this to keep me warm. You want a little splash?
Okay, I'm gonna go try to get someplace warm.
I won't help you.
Take care of yourself.
Bye. Ah, David Cage's subtle character writing. Back indoors. Hamster's picked up the generic couple-day-long plane illness you brought with
The
you.
door only opens from the inside.
Hopefully they get better soon. Why did that make me stressed? I have to walk around to the outside of the cafe. Why would that make me stressed? You're a policewoman. Hope everybody doing good. Hey, we're playing this game that I'm reliably informed is a game. Someone's got anxiety if I play badly. Oh, cake. That cake? Give cake. Fine. Am I supposed to do anything else? We done here? Talk to Tyler. There was a prompt. There we go. Hi.
Tyler's been my partner for almost a year. He grew up with the gangs in the Bronx before he decided to join the force. Sometimes he's unpredictable, but he's a good guy.
You're not familiar with this David Cage. Oh, you will be. Let's go.
You ready to go, Tyler? I think I've seen everything I need to see.
Are you sure? We can take another look around if you want.
No, I get depressed if I look at doors too long.
No, we're good. Let's head home.
Okay, let's bust.
It's time to get back to the car. I'm dead tired.
Haha, jokes. Blood.
Blood. The killer is wounded.
Yeah, there's Heavy Rain was the sequel to, well, not sequel, the game that came after this, and then there was Beyond Two Souls, and then Detroit Become Human. I think it's Become Human, right? Something like that. Yeah, Beyond Two Souls and Become Human. And before this was Omicron, the Nomad Soul, which I'd be very surprised if you heard of that and not this. Time to go. Heard things about Detroit Become Human. Well, this was the prototype for all those games. And it's a prototype. Pet the bad. B. Oh no, the stab. What we did. It's Beyond Two Souls, the Elliot Page Psychic Monster game. Yes. Ah!
A nightmare. It was all just a horrible nightmare. I didn't kill anyone.
That's fine. Mind your arms.
I wasn't dreaming. It all really happened.
Again, content warning for everything.
I'm gonna get ready and go to work.
I gotta get ready. Okay.
Oh, my head.
Spilled jam!
Somebody shoved a steel bar in my brain and then melted it. Gotta make it stop.
Whip around while taking a leak, maybe. Well...
That should help my migraine.
What?
Notice reads, don't take with alcohol.
Oh yeah, if you take a drink of alcohol, you can die here. So...
Hey, Hey, you're listening to KWN 605, and it's...
Nope, not having that, thank you. Thus spoke
Zarathustra.
Thus spoke me, stop interrupting.
I've read it so many times, I know half of it by heart.
As an intellectual, is Lucas?
The sheets are full of blood. I can't go back to bed.
Full of blood?
I'm not tired anyway.
No, change the sheets. Get them off, yeah.
This will hide the blood,
no,
in case anyone comes in the room. I'll change the sheets later.
That's not... They gotta change the top sheet. Also, I live in cardboard boxes.
My parents, Marcus, and me, before the accident.
It makes me sad to look at. The accident. Check my emails. See what's going on MySpace. Cyberspace. Cyber MySpace. My mail. Inbox. I have no new message. Message. Web. Video game not chop. Games not chop new victims. Investigation into the carnage. The Chicago High School has made significant progress over the last few days. Several dozen violent video games were found in the room of 2 adolescent killers. Vid game be bad. More snow! A massive cold air coming from Canada will cause a new drop in temperatures over the country. Something. Next 48 hours. Depths of 8 inches. Rude jokes. Pakistan ultimatum ends today. Ultimatum delivered to the new Pakistani government ends today. It's 5. Yesterday, Islamabad, the new president announced a crowd of more than 20,000 people. He has no intention of standing down. Blah, 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 blah. Fake news. Literally fake news. Vid game make die. Oh no. Lavender Town corrupts brains. Yeah, strip the bed down. It's like, honestly. We also found a knife in the room, but we don't like the vid game. Clove. Put on clove.
My wrists are still bloody.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Gotta do something about that.
Close window. Get nippy. Why do I have a treasure chest? Nah. Where's that? Walk vaguely there. Right.
Hello?
Lucas, it's good to hear from you.
I
thought I'd call to find out if maybe you wanted to go to Mom and Dad's tomb together.
Careful.
And, to be honest, I thought it might be a good excuse to get back in touch with you.
I need to see you, Marcus. I'm in big trouble.
Oh, that's a good...
What are you talking about, Lucas? What happened?
Play cool.
I can't really talk about it on the telephone. It's serious, Marcus.
I'll meet you in half an hour at the park.
See you there.
Okay, right. Clean up arms. Is this a bathroom? Yes, it is. Good. Did you clean arms? I'm going to assume you cleaned arms. The washing machine. Oh, we can have a shower. We can leave the shower. Arms are still not clean. This guy doesn't know how to clean. Oh, hang on, there might be bandages in the cabinet. That makes sense, right? I mean, they're gonna be... There's gonna be issues with them, obviously. Bandage. Last time I did that, I swallowed some drugs, so I'm gonna assume not. Oh. I was looking at chat. They did the mirror thing, everyone! I'm stressed now. They're selling an Indian-style solid wood chest at a second-hand store nearby, and you want it but also have nowhere to put it. Yeah, but once you get it, you can put other stuff in it, thereby freeing up room. Did I go into my boxes? Yes. This game is rated mature, not headaches.
New York police, please open the door.
Yeah. Beep.
Hey, what's that? Stay where you are and put your hands in the air.
These images in my head. I must be losing my mind.
Images. Imogen.
The keys to my apartment. I'll grab them when I'm ready to leave.
Okay. That's good to know, because the playthrough I watched couldn't find those and got like 3 game overs. So was there a thing on the floor? Here. It won't expand the square footage of the flat. Oh, he remembered things.
The clothes that I was wearing last night. They're covered in blood. I'd better not leave them there.
Put them in the washing machine. Wash them in the washing machine. Turn on the washing. Okay, don't turn on the washing machine. Fine. Just leave it in there like you just covered up your bed. Right, clothes. Oh. I've had a shower. What is wrong with... Doesn't need to go anywhere to wash the sheets, just strip it, exactly. Put it in the washing machine. Need to use the bandages. The thing is, the last time... Ooh. Well, let's do this first. The last time I did that prompt of the first aid cross thing, I swallowed some drugs and I don't know overdose, which is possible in this game. Okay, there's our bandages. Good. Okay, cool. Don't look at the arms while we're changing the character model. There we go. That's perfectly inconspicuous. No boo! No boo this time.
New York police, please open the door.
The police. They know. They've come to arrest me.
Oh, I have a timer. Put clothes on.
Police, open up.
Just a minute, I'm coming. I can't let them find any evidence linking me to last night. I've got a couple seconds to hide everything before I get the door.
Oh, hair changed.
Sir, this is the New York police. I must insist that you open this door immediately.
Hang on, I need the key, because I need to unlock it from the inside for some reason. I'm holding left. I'm holding left again. Get key. What about them sheets, huh? It's fine, I covered those up.
If you do not open the door right now, I will be forced to knock it down.
Okay, open the door. I have to leave and come back. Hello, Doctor Officer. Okay, thanks again. Oh!
I'm sorry to make you wait like that. I was in the shower.
Are you Lucas Kane?
Why is that suspicious?
Yes.
Mr. Kane, the neighbors heard yelling from your apartment. Is there a problem?
I scream a lot.
Oh, yeah, that was me. I cut myself on some broken glass, and I freaked out a little. Fortunately, it wasn't a really big deal.
Would it be all right if I took a little look around your apartment?
I screamed, but it's not a big deal. Sure.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Don't mind the blood in the sheets. That was me cutting myself on the glass. Not deliberately, it just happened. And then I screamed. Because it covered the sheets.
What happened to your wrist, sir?
I told you I had a stupid accident with some broken glass.
Holy cow. When you cut yourself, you go all the way, don't you?
Police 823. That's my bathroom. That's where I take a dump. That's my bedroom. That's where I take a dump. No, hang on. Not suspicious.
Thank you for your cooperation. Sorry to have bothered you, sir. You know how it is. With everything that's been going on, we prefer to be careful.
I understand.
Go on, Mr. Kane.
It's okay. It's just fine. I understand. I got away with murder. I'm happy now. Right, what was this on the floor? A newspaper? In cunt?
Massacre in East End restaurant.
It wasn't a massacre.
An especially horrible murder was committed last night in the restroom of a local restaurant.
David
The
Carnage
killer is a man in his 30s of average height with brown hair. Police are already searching for the man and will be releasing a composite sketch in the next few days.
He doesn't know how to pronounce composite. Be releasing a composite water plant. No water plant. Music. Is Theory of a Dead Man a band? If so, I should probably not do this. I'm gonna say no. Hang on. Oh, Yakovic. I thought I said Yankovic. A Yankovic brand stereo. A poor parody of a stereo. Close the window. He's snippy.
After what happened last night, I'm not really in the mood to play the guitar.
Play the guitar. I can do anything. Mr. Cage told me. Bird! Pet bird. Hey, bird. No, I want to pet you. That is the face of somebody who's very disappointed in not being able to pet Burp. I found a bonus. Games. Immersive game. Punch the thing. Punch the thing.
I'm in no condition. My forearms still hurt.
What about the other 7? What? What do we got? Eat some food. I'll have breakfast. Milk! Drink the milk! You can do anything. I'm happy now. That cheered me up. Dark. Oh, that's gonna be interesting later. I already had a drink. Right then. What's that? That's probably alcohol. Let's not. What's on the TV? Thought it's a dick. No, duck.
The body of a man was discovered in the restroom of an East End restaurant. The victim was stabbed several times with a steak knife, while just yards away, other customers were calmly eating their meals. Investigators are already on the trail of a suspect who fled the scene just before the body was discovered. Police have no other comment for the time being, but stay tuned for updates into this.
Into this what? Into this what? Oh, he is probably upset about that. Come on, cheer up. You got away with it. Static.
The victim was stabbed several times with a steak knife. several times with a statement.
Flashing lights. Next game. That was weird. Anyway, let's go. Nope. Nope. You missed the beginning. Did we murder this man just for giggles, or it just sort of happened, but it was like flashing between him and somebody in a room full of candles, so there might be some sort of shenanigans going on. He sort of woke up afterwards and went, "Oh my god, what have I done?" Oh, we can choose. Do we want to go to the park with Lucas Kane, or do we want to follow Carla at the police station? Possessed by a guy in a basement wearing a bathrobe. Not incorrect. Where do we want to go? It's 9:04 a.m. with 51 seconds. Apparently this is ticking down for some reason. Someone pick. It's an obnoxious sound, isn't it? Lucas! We continue. Oh, that went too. Sorry. Next time, I'll do the second one. I forgot you could
When Marcus
choose.
and I were kids, we were inseparable. He's
And
the
then we
one
had
who
an
took
operation.
care of me after our parents died. We kind of grew apart after he became a priest. But he's still the only person I really trust. The only one who might believe that I had nothing to do with all this mess.
I'm happy to see you. I missed you. It's been a while.
2 years.
So tell me what's happened, Lucas.
I've killed a man, Marcus.
Oh, straight out with it.
It happened in a restaurant last night. It's like I was possessed, in a sort of trance, like I was a puppet on a string. I saw what I was doing, but I was powerless to stop it.
My God. I can't believe this, Lucas. Tell me that it wasn't you. You're
Less
not
than an
capable
hour
of
in.
something like that.
Detail.
This murder.
Oh, I'm playing you. Okay.
Exactly how did it happen?
Well, after work last night, I stopped at a little diner to get something to eat. I read a book at my table.
Yeah, no, we're having this discussion in
after,
public.
it's just a black hole. I don't remember anything. Right up until I found myself in the toilets with a knife in my hand. It was horrible. And there's this, too.
Oh, no.
Cut
I'm
your
playing
wrists?
Before the murder, I carved these symbols on my arms with a knife. I
Symbols?
don't know if they mean anything.
Who else have you told all
No,
of
I am
this
playing
to?
as you. Oh,
No
God.
one. You're the only person that I can trust.
Were there any witnesses?
Witnesses?
Did anyone see you?
Probably.
You'll probably say
I
what
got
I'm
out of the
choosing.
restaurant as best I could. The police still haven't identified me, apparently, but it probably won't take them too long to track me down.
Visions.
While I was doing this horrible thing, I saw something, or rather someone.
They're in a
Somebody
bathroom.
else there with you?
No, it was like a sort of vision. I saw a man in the
They're just
middle
listening.
of hundreds of candles, and there was this little girl.
Little girl?
Saw a little girl?
She seemed alone, lost.
Hi, person.
She asked me to help her. What happened to me, Marcus? What am I supposed to do now? You know me better than anyone, Marcus. Help me.
Listen, Lucas,
We haven't seen each other for 10 years.
I'm a bit lost here. This whole story is just so bizarre.
Sick.
Maybe you need some professional help. Most cases of possession are known to actually stem from psychiatric problems, and...
Marcus, I don't have a psychiatric problem. I'm not crazy.
I am a priest, Lucas. The fact that you have taken a life is a very serious matter.
You're telling me.
I told you that it wasn't me, Marcus. All these years and nothing's changed. You still never listen to me.
All of my possessions that
Lucas,
happen frequently.
Don't ask me to make a choice between my faith and my brother.
Is that what's happening? Not sure that's what's
I'm not
happening.
a murderer, Marcus. You're the only person I can trust. I'm just asking you to believe me.
Marcus, I'm not a murderer.
I'll do
I said
whatever I can for you, but I can't do anything that goes against my beliefs. Look, I need to get some answers. I'll call you.
What on earth is Marcus thinking right now?
You need this more than I do.
Ooh.
Marcus, you know that I don't believe in all that.
But I'll take it anyway. Oh yeah, you have lives in this again, I forgot. I got a life. The power of Judas. Pet bird. Oh no.
That kid, he's gonna slip on the ice. I've got to stop him. The cop in the restaurant. If I don't do something, the child will die.
Moral
if
dilemma.
If I do something, the cop will recognize me. What am I gonna do?
Kid, save kid, save kid.
There he is. He's lost consciousness. Quick, I've got to go back up before I run out of air.
Why is that so hard? Well, I'm dying of hypothermia. Get up. Alright.
His heart, no longer beating. Quick, maybe it's not too late. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
We're doing great.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Staying alive, staying alive. Oh, we're really neutral now.
Patrol 324. Kid just fell into the water. Send an ambulance right away.
Man, what courage. The kid would have died. That guy's a hero.
He dove into freezing water to save the kid. The kid never would have made it out of there without him.
The cop recognized me. We both knew it.
He kicked me in the water.
It's hard to say why he didn't turn me in.
That
Maybe
requires
he
doing
decided I
research,
was
miss.
even. I had taken a life and given one back.
Yeah, I can just walk away
Nothing
from this,
really
right?
changed for me. I was still wanted for murder by the police. But when I left that park, I knew I could look myself in the mirror again without cringing.
Hashtag cringe fail.
I've got this really bad habit for a cop. Once I start working on a case, I can't think about anything else. I'm exhausted. I haven't gotten a wink of sleep all night.
People keep reminding me to breathe.
Something's bothering me about this murder, but I just can't seem to put my finger on what it is.
Just swam in frozen water. Now we're Carla. Oh, hang on. We have very similar movement to the Hitman games. Can I do the eggy leggy?
How you doing today?
Hi, Doug. Not too bad. Is Tyler here yet?
No, not that I know of.
Do the egg.
Ready for that big retirement?
Working on it.
He's gonna retire in 3 days. Oh, it's very hard to do the eggy leggy with this. Oh, it corrects itself. Oh, I can't do it. Can't do it. Terrible control scheme. Who are you? What did you do? Most fanfics you've read are better than this. Get buckle up. Ooh, bonus. I got a bonus that you can use this to unlock like special behind-the-scenes things. Bonuses, honestly. Up we go. Nipped into the nipped office. This way. But what's this way? Is there a bonus? Oh. Yeah, you expect research for this? You've got another thing coming. That camera's having fun. Drink Cove. Oh, we share an office. Ah, I've calmed down. Calming coffee. What's in here? That's a push door. Carla, that's a push door.
Tyler is still not here. I'd better try to give him a ring.
Carla, you haven't done anything but have a cup of coffee. Is my office? No. Hello?
Nobody here.
Hello?
Nobody here.
I was told there was a goat behind one of these. There's no door handle.
Nobody here.
How do you do that? Weirdly quiet. There's no background noise, no music. If you listen, there is background sound. Music concrete.
Hey, Carla.
There.
Can you tell your partner to pay me back that $100 he owes me? I've been waiting 6 months for
They're
it
sealed
now.
shut.
Can't
And
help
that's
you there,
the way
Jeffrey.
they're gonna
Talk
stay.
to him about it.
He's been avoiding me like the plague. Plus, you know, you're the only one he listens to.
Catch you later, Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey, you're such a character. We're the only ones with a nameplate, nice.
Hi, Carla.
Hi, Garrett.
Garrett, I know you.
Oh, wait, Carla.
Science department.
I got some results back on the tests we did for that restaurant murder.
Great. As soon as Tyler gets here, we'll come and see you.
Okay, I'll be at my desk all morning.
Brown noise hum doesn't count. Right. Office nipped mailbox. Oh, look at that transition. Look at that transition behind the monitor. They knew what they were doing. Put it back on. What am I wearing? This is very 90s. Basketball hoop. Good for a professional office. Grab the basketball.
Tyler still hasn't gotten rid of this basketball. Funny, I thought I'd been pretty clear.
Oh, he's such a character. Drink water. That gets you more stressed, right? Also, it didn't help when I said, listen to the background music. Somebody turned up outside my house with revving a very loud engine. So water and coffee are equivalent in de-stressing. Yo-yo.
It's completely idiotic, but it helps me think.
Yo-yo. Oh, quick time events. There. Mess it up. Try again. What? I did that right. Said going for a pee is dangerous. True. They did say that. Oh, is there a follow-up to that? Do I have to do an angle? That does not look... you can't put a time limit and then a timed animation in giving me instructions. Okay, that and round. Like that, okay. Does this just keep going? Sure, I'll stop. Gameplay! Who likes games? Let's put that away. To be fair, that was the most entertaining thing that's happened so far. Oh, that cheered me up.
Well.
Sarcastic. Love it. Sit at desk. What's that? Compupa. Futuristic keyboard. Straight out of Omicron. Valium? Up to 60% reduction on Valium when you order online today. There's more than 300 types of tranquilizers delivered to your door in less than 24 hours. That's alright, I've got coffee. From Tommy, hi! Hi Carla, sorry to say I wasn't able to give you any news for a while. I've been very busy with my job. I will drop by your place as soon as I can to tell you about my latest adventures. Lots of kisses, Tommy. Yeah. No tittle.
It's all happened before. Kirsten. What's that supposed to mean?
Kirsten Dunst? Who's Kirsten Dunst? That name just popped out of my head. They're a singer? True drawing posture right there. Yeah, exactly. Your chair has a back, Carla. You can lean, like, posture, back support. Oh dear. Weeb. New York municipal elections. Donatello embarrassed by rise in crime. His 3 brothers give him moral support. Rise in crime with months before elections, voters, so on and so forth. More snow! Massive cold air coming down from Canada, etc., etc. I think we've seen that one. Whoops. Oiled. Pakistan. Data-base. No entry. Kirsten. Search Kirsten. Searching Kirsten.
Classified file.
Oh god, the JPEG.
So, it's a name associated with a case. Too bad. I would have liked to find out more.
Anonymous leads are always the best. She's an actress. She's been in lots of stuff. Nice. I was gonna phone... What's in my drawer? Paperwork. Bonus! Immersive. Yes, phone Tyler. Have I seen 2002 Spider-Man? You mean 1962? She was Mary Jane in it.
Yeah?
Know what time it is?
Oh, shit.
Get a move on. The waitress is coming this morning to flesh out the composite on the killer.
And return our subtitles.
I'm on my way.
We've got to solve this subtitle jacking case. One of the witnesses did say who it was, but I didn't hear them. What kind of police officer gets an email from someone who has one classified file on record and goes, oops, well, there's a pity. I would like to have known more about that. Oh dear, what a shame. Lamp. Lamp? Lamp. Good lamp. Are you engrossed in this world? I know I am. Oh, I can be Tyler. Get up. It's 9 AM, you've lost the morning already.
Stay a little longer.
Sorry, babe, but I really gotta go.
Sorry, I've got to get short.
I'll make some coffee.
Okay, I'll grab a shower, get dressed, and then I'm out of here.
Sit in 60s chair. Posture. I had to mocap all the actors sitting in every possible combination of chairs. What about Drop Dead Gorgeous? I'd never even heard of that one. What's in here? Ah, bathroom. She said that and hasn't moved an inch. Bears in this game. What?
You're a good-looking guy, you know that?
Ah, that cheered me up. Good bit of vanity. Tasteful. When Lucas took a shower, it was hidden behind a shower curtain. Jumanji, Anastasia? No. All that coffee. It de-stresses me to get rid of it as well. Bonus! Grab the bonus! That's gonna be my mission now, find all of the bonuses. Why is there so much pig in this game? You can do anything. Oh yeah, there's a bear. Bear's smaller than I thought.
Wash your hands.
Can wash hands? No, can only rub hands on face. Hope that's okay. Hope that's a good enough replacement. Clothes? Game's grim. Just you wait. Oh, no clever transition this time. More vanity. Touch the face. Smush hands on the lips.
It's broad daylight outside. I think I'm a little early.
Huh?
A statuette of socks. One of the characters in my favorite video game.
They're from Omicron.
Lick hands clean.
Lick the hands clean. Finger licking good. Socks is a character from Omicron. I've watched a playthrough of that game. That's one I'm not playing on stream. Hi. Our apartment's weird. What does it say? Groovy? Question mark. Still grooving? Question mark. Drink.
Go back to bed, Sam. You're gonna catch a death of cold like that.
What is this say?
I'm not cold.
Which I think it has been saying.
Look, Sam, please don't start. I got no intention of dying today.
I'm sick of living in fear like this. Every morning I'm terrified that something's gonna happen to you.
Understanding.
I know how you feel, Sam. There's a lot of violence out there.
And in the chairs look like
does
pizza.
anything, it's all gonna go to shit.
Do you not
We're
have a
gonna
pizza chair?
Kids someday. I want to leave them a world that's a little better than the one we got now.
Therapy,
But
sir.
why does it have to be you who's out there risking his life, Tyler? Why couldn't we just go to Florida and work with my family and live a normal life like everybody else? Why do I have to wonder if you're gonna die every day?
You could do something else. Conciliatory.
I'm not ready for a normal life yet, Sam. Right now, I belong here. You need to try to accept me for what I am and what I choose to do.
End of conversation. What's in the fridge? Pizza. Eat the sofa pizza. Oh. Ooh. So you want to be in Florida, Sam says a lot about you do want to be there. Yeah, oh, they are pizzeria. Sit in the pizza. Anyway, time to go. Put on the thing. Good controls. E. Do I say goodbye? Goodbye. Give smooch.
I love you, Tyler.
Smooch. I do not reciprocate. Apparently. That's a brick wall. Don't walk into it. The lampshade matches the sofas. Don't yours? Tyler is accompanied by funk music, because David Cage knows subtlety. Most awkward way to smooch goodbye with a full headlock.
Hi, Tyler. Oh, Carl is looking for you.
Yeah, I know. So, you ready for retirement, man?
This retirement.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's the same voice line as before. Where are the bonuses? Show me the bonuses. Oh god, that made me feel dizzy. These camera angles or something. Gib bonus.
I'm already late. No point in making things worse by wandering around in the basement.
This guy's gonna die. Classic. What's going up with the texture of balls? Let's not linger on that sentence. Yes, I wanted to look up here, thanks game. The interaction controls are the same as the camera controls. Now you knock on the doors. No one works in this office. Can we hire these out to other people? We might make some money. Game design. You have to be able to knock on all the doors. What's new? Don't know. I'm trying to think of anything new.
What's up, Frank?
Frank the door. Gotta knock on him for luck.
Hey, Tyler, what do you know? Just the guy I was looking for.
Oh, shit.
You remember that $100 I loaned you about 6 months ago? I'd really like for you to get that back to me as soon as possible.
Your one
like
coffee's worth
now,
of anxiety.
For example?
Friendship.
Jeffrey, don't tell me you're prepared to ruin a beautiful friendship for $100 lousy.
There's a look of fawn
This may surprise you, but yes. So give up the cash before I start to get really angry.
Proposition.
Yo, let me make you a deal. I'll play you a game of b-ball for your $100. If you win, I'll give you $200 right then. But if you lose, we cool.
You'll give me $200 if I win.
You got my word, man.
All right, you're on. But don't even think about not paying me if you lose, because that...
Don't worry, Jeffrey. I'll come by and see you when I get 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you tie your tie properly, it doesn't have to be so long you can tuck it into your trousers. Anyway, bye, Jeffrey. Strange man. Hi, I'm here.
The waitress hasn't come in yet?
She won't be long. Garrett got the lab results. Shall we go?
So I'm not late.
Let me hang up my coat. I'll be right with you.
Okay. See you in a minute.
Can't be late if the person's not here. It's 2 minutes past 9. It was 2 minutes past 9 when I woke up, wasn't it? I'll go here quickly. I live in the basement. Sit at desk. Find bonus in drawer. No drawer? No. Monkey hands. My mail. Pleasure. Penis enlarger. Gain up to 5 inches of sheer pleasure. Virus. Millions already infected. Install the attached file to prevent the infection on your system. Your friends at Quantic Dream Software. Quantic Dream distribute viruses. I'm sorry. Tyler, I'm sorry I hassled you with my worries this morning. It was stupid of me. I'm so terrified that something might happen to you that I sometimes forget how important your work is to you. Hope that one day I'll be able to convince you to change your life. Not as... That's not as accepting or understanding as you think it is. What's on the web? Life sentences for 200 peer-to-peer pirates. Oh no! Life sentences for people sharing MP3s. Sorry, no, downloading MP3s. Yet again, the court pointed out that these pirates are common criminals and deserve no particular leniency. Life sentence. Cold wave makes new victims, 16 inches of snow. That was more than they said. 11 deaths, 200 trucks, something. China preoccupied by situation in Pakistan. Something. China, America, China. Something going on with China and Pakistan. I guess teenage youths going to jail, I know. Used LimeWire? Death penalty. Play basketball. Get the basketball. Better than a yo-yo. Oh, everyone's got the office underneath us. Swoosh. You don't throw it through the hoop, I'm gonna be... Boo! You right there, Tyler? I am trying to get out of this room. Okay, there we go. Oh dear. Right. Help! Carl. Oh my god, the controls in this game.
So, what do you want to start with?
A for apple.
Did you find anything on the coffee cup?
The only prints we found belonged to the waitress.
That's impossible, man. That cup was half empty. Somebody must have drank it.
Somebody must have drinked it.
What did you find on the knife?
Got some good prints off it. They matched those found on the fork and glass at the suspect's table.
Good prints off it.
The murderer was definitely at that table.
Anything on the blade?
I'm getting to that. We definitely had blood from the victim, but the weird thing is we also found blood from the killer.
Blood stall.
What about the pool of blood in the stall?
You're not going to believe this. The blood wasn't from the victim. It was from the killer.
You just told me that.
What was he doing bleeding in the stall?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, pass the time. Book.
Were there any prints on the book that was under the table?
A really strange book.
Yep, and they matched the ones on the fork and the glass. So it was definitely his book.
Stop talking about fork in the glass.
It looked like a fairly old book. Maybe we can get some more stuff out of it.
Did you get the list of calls that came through the telephone at the restaurant?
Yep. There were about a dozen in the 4 hours that preceded the murder. I'll send you a list by email.
Email?
So, what do you think about all that?
I don't have any explanation for the blood in the stall. The victim could have wounded the killer during a struggle, but it doesn't make sense that it would be in the stall.
People would have heard it as well.
It's as though the killer wounded himself.
Hey, why not? You get clumsy fools in every other profession. Why not killers?
That's kind of a flimsy explanation, Garrett.
I was literally about to say that's the only sensible thing anyone said.
I do the testing, you figure out the reason why.
Screw you, Carla.
Thanks for your help, Garrett. See you later.
So, what do we do now?
You go take care of the composite. I'm gonna go check with the coroner and see if he got anything from the body.
Okay. Catch you later.
Catch you later. Loading. Oh, we have a three-way tie. Well, we chose two, right? Last time? That was on a D... something. Apparently it's the 27th of January. Or the 1st of the 27th month. This was made in Europe. 3 a.m. Really? Why is it 3 a.m.? We're going to the mortuary. We literally... It was 9 o'clock. What is the time? It was 2 again. So, to the mortuary. I'm sure we will have a quirky forensic pathologist. It's 3 p.m. What is time? Hi, Jimothy. Finished assembling your house of cards?
Okay, we're going to get started. If you prefer, you can wait outside.
I'd rather stay here if you don't mind. I've studied some medicine. I've seen dead bodies.
Oh. As you wish.
I auditioned for the villain.
No apparent hematoma on the body.
Oh.
2 broken fingernails on the right hand.
Great.
He didn't see the murderer until the last moment. He didn't have time to struggle.
Why did that follow from what he just said?
Large hematoma on the back of the cranium. Fracture of the occipital bone.
Simon Says.
He cracked his head when he fell.
Or he got hit in the back of the head.
Abnormal dilation in, both pupils.
Why are his pupils dilated? What did he see before he died?
A bright light. No. A dark
3
light?
knife wounds between the 3rd and 5th ribs in the proximity of the heart. The blade
Dr.
was driven
Zed.
in deeply.
If you don't know this character's name, there might be Dr. Zed.
The stabs seem to have been delivered from the front and moved from left to right.
The murderer was left-handed.
One stab neatly cut the aorta. And the other 2 cut the left and right coronary artery.
If I was stabbing something, I would
really
pull
didn't
from
have
the
a
left to the
chance.
right with the right hand. What?
The blade slipped right through the ribs to cut the arteries.
Cause of death.
It was definitely the knife wounds that caused his death?
You'd think.
Yes.
Went through the
three
arteries.
leading to the heart were cut. The heart was literally
disconnected from the rest of the body.
Coincidence?
Do you think it was just by chance?
No, it's food poisoning. Terrible burger.
Difficult to say.
What you get if you pay L
The
dollars.
chances of cutting all 3 main arteries to the heart with 3 lucky stabs are fairly small, but, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
I saw a case like this once before. It was a while back now, in the 90s, I think. Exactly the same. 3 stabs around the heart, each one cutting a main artery. It really struck me at the time. I wondered how such a thing were possible.
Sorry, I was eating pizza
It was
before
the, what was that name again? Karsten or Kirsten, something like
Kirsten
that.
Dunst.
Kirsten,
sorry.
Yes, that's it, Kirsten. You know about that case?
Not yet. But I'm sure as hell gonna find out.
I'm sure as hell gonna find out. Da-da-da. D2. It's apparently 3 a.m. Question mark. No, you're not. The file classified. Oh, I've just remembered how you actually find that out. 2. There's a lot of 2s. We're just going to choose 2 at every possible option, I think. It's a 2 kind of game.
Come in.
Hello,
3 p.m.
Hello, Mrs. Morrison. Thanks for taking the trouble to come down.
Really like to.
Please, take a seat. Now, we're going to try and assemble a composite photo of
course
the
you have to be
suspect you saw.
contrary, miss.
We have a computer program to help us. You'll see, it's really simple.
Computer
it's
program.
Like a video game. Have you ever played a video game?
A
Mrs.
video
Morrison?
game.
No.
It doesn't matter. You're going to do fine. The most important thing is to try to remember exactly what happened.
It's what you gotta do. This little guy's gonna go waka waka waka, and you gotta eat the pills.
Features. You scroll through them until it looks like the man you saw. You understand?
Yes. Well, I think I do.
Okay, let's go.
Perfect. Okay, are we gonna try? Or are we just... No, we're gonna go silly. What's the silliest? You have to remember what the character looks like? We don't have to. Remember, this is the character who doesn't remember anything about the suspect, but also never forgets a face. I mean, we could actually try and get it as close as possible, but then, like... I guess that? I guess that's not far off. Yeah, very Fantasia, you cannot. Generic white man, I guess. Right. What's funnier? I like the chin on that. Yeah. Yes, scrungly. This selection noise is the best. Perfect. I think this is exactly what it looks like.
Now, is this the face of the person you saw?
Yes.
Yes. At least, that's how I remember him.
Thank you very much for your help. We're gonna get this picture out to all the airports, trains, and bus stations, and to all of our patrolmen. If this guy is still in New York, we're gonna find him. And go buy yourself a video game.
Might I suggest Omicron, the no... Oh. Lovely. Content warning, vomiting, I guess.
I was burning with fever. I was shaking all over. The migraine was back and drilling holes into my brain. And to top it off, I couldn't keep any food down. My body seemed to be fighting against something, but I still didn't know what.
Bomb spaghetti. Oh. Is that a bonus? Did I see a bonus? No, that was a door. Bonus! Ah! Got a bonus! Content warning, everything. Content warning, David Cage, i.e. everything. Wash hands. Cheered up. Is this... I might remember this sequence. We'll find out. Flush toilet. No. There's so much peeing in this game.
Please wash your hands.
Washing that? No, I'm not washing the hands. I'm splashing whatever was on my hands on my face. What is the French idea of hygiene? What's that symbol over there? Oh, hand dry. Dry my bandages. I call them handages. Ah. Alright, to work in the Matrix office.
Gotta just live my life no matter what. Don't raise any suspicions. Despite the state I was in, I decided to go to work as though nothing had happened.
But where are the bonuses? There's got to be bonuses in these. I don't want to be suspicious. Just killed Messi.
I'm in charge of computer maintenance at Macer & Jones Bank. I share my office with Warren.
Warren, you like to know what? What was this? It was. Hey, Warren. Can't do anything in this game except wash your hands after you pee. Oh, you can do anything in this game. And pet the bird. You can't pet the bird. But now we know why you can't pet the bird.
Do you know what time it is? What's wrong with you?
I had a little problem on the way back in. I had to go back home and change my clothes.
Get ready. Now, flashing lights.
That guy is so bizarre. He gives me the creeps.
What'd you say?
What?
You were saying something?
No, I didn't say anything.
COVID screen.
Are you sure you're all right, Lucas?
No.
I heard something, as though I could read his mind.
What is that? Well, I found another cross. We can read minds? Can we? Who was this?
Tiffany and I. About 2 years ago, I guess. I haven't been able to throw it away yet.
Relationship drama. The relationship drama. Time to work. Tippity tap, tippity tip tap, top tip, tippity tip, tippity tap. Murderer.
Lucas? You okay?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Known.
Lucas Kane.
Hello, Teflon.
Oh, hello, Tiffany.
Oh, no.
I left a message on your machine last night. I'd like to come and pick up some stuff at your place. Could I come over tonight?
Sure.
I should be back home around 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, happy to see you.
Okay, it won't take too long. Are you doing okay, Lucas?
I gotta let you go. I'm doing a thing here. Bye.
I'm freaking out here. I'm gonna have to leave. It's very important. Oh, God.
Look out, the cop!
Lucas, is there a problem?
No, I just thought... It seemed so real. I saw that coffee cup fall.
Literally, Simon Says, yes. In front of all of the action sequences, there will be Simon Says.
Hello? Yes, sir. We'll get on that right away.
And also coffee cups.
Station 62 is down. I'll go.
Bye.
No, forget it. I'll handle it.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you say.
All work and no play. Don't know if you've seen that film. I haven't seen the film, but I do know the reference.
It happened. Just like I'd seen it. Like the cop in the apartment. Is it possible that I can really see things before they happen?
Is there a book here? Oh, there was a book here. Clean up the coffee. No one cleans anything. This is France. These people are all aliens. What was that? There was a film that like that, wasn't there? Where someone gets like a pair of sunglasses and they can see the truth and like everyone's aliens. Oh, jeez. Anyway, ignoring that, let's wrench this computer, shall we? Content warning. Weird glowing bug things. Move. I pressed that right. Anyway, do you like the game so far? Hide from the big bug thing. Do you like this detective drama that we have going on?
No! Ah!
Typical bug behavior. Blue prompts are sometimes really faint. I'm also not really seeing anything that's happening because I'm just focusing on the Simon Says. This is terrible game design. This is all for you. I've seen this before. I did rather well. Welcome to Fahrenheit, miss.
Two faces of the same serpent.
Hi, guy we killed.
One in our world, the other in the other world. Woe to he who sees both sides of the snake.
Anyway, bye.
No!
Lucas? Lucas, what happened? Did you hear me? Are you all right?
I thought that happened later.
Hey,
You've hurt yourself. You're bleeding.
I gotta go. I didn't have the slightest idea what had happened. The one thing I do know, those things almost killed me.
This is what Heavy Rain could have been. But they reined it in, if you pardon the expression. It's 9 p.m/AM. What happened?
I felt empty. After what happened at the office, I began to wonder if I wasn't going nuts.
Yes.
I'm so totally exhausted that I can't fall asleep. I'm afraid of the dreams I might have. I wander around the room a little. I guess I'll go to sleep when I can't keep my eyes open any longer.
You've seen Heavy Rain. There are bits of Heavy Rain that kind of hint that something weird's going on, but they cut that from the ending. But they kept all of the hints in. Guitar. Guitar, guitar, guitar. Guitar time. Play the guitar. Bossa. Oh, it's an acoustic guitar now, apparently. Hey, it's not quite Deadly Premonition. Oh god, more. How long is this gonna go on for? David Cage, let us pet the bird, that's all I want. Of the music Deadly Premonition. I'm trying to remember how it goes. Oh, that just stops. KK Slider played it better. Anyway, not doing that again. It's the whistling. How does the whistling go? Is there a bonus? Is there a boip? No boip. Hang on. Let me in. Punch the bag. Oh, here we go. You're enjoying the game, everyone. Hopefully this isn't copyrighted, so I'm just gonna kind of talk over it while also trying to pay attention to a Simon Says game. Da 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 da, this is music that's playing in the game, and hopefully YouTube's copyright system is fine with it happening.
Time to talk over the music.
Everybody talk over the music. This sounds like Stone Sour a bit. It's not, probably. It's probably Theory of a Dead Man.
Damn, looks like I'm stuck. I might as well check this place out.
I just wanted to punch the bag.
Need a key.
Whoa.
Something is changing inside me. I'm stronger and quicker. My God, what's happening to me?
It does sound like Stone Sour, doesn't it? Are we a vampire? Miss is having a fun time. What's on the TV?
A man dove directly into the frozen water at Central Park today.
It's always about me.
Who had tumbled in.
It's always about bloody me. Don't you hate it when you turn on the TV and it's all about you? Nobody washes their hands and then giant ticks try to eat us. More milk. Drink the milk. If I say an interview with a vampire, Kirsten Dunst was in that too. I feel as though my life and Kirsten Dunst's life is magnetically opposed. We will never meet. We will never interact in any way. Okay, she left us a message apparently.
You have no
What?
new messages.
She said she... Honest. Book didn't come anywhere near his lips. That's fine. The guitar didn't come anywhere near his legs. Oh, there's a book. Oh yeah.
Thus spoke Zarathustra
Boy.
by Nietzsche. I've read it so many times, I know half of it by heart.
I know, you've said that so many times, I know exactly what you're saying. What's at the computer?
Which half?
The middle half. Inbox, I have no new messages, no one likes me. Video games not up new victims, more snow. Pakistan. Nothing new. Ooh. What is there left to do? Why do my windows keep opening? It's cold! Stop with the windiness. Also, I imagine this flat's really, really echoey. No, we're not putting on copyrighted music. Close the windows! Bloody hell. These books on the table, anything fun? No? It's heckin' windy. Bathroom? Anything fun in the bathroom? Is there a bonus? Show me the bonus in the washing machine. I miss. Flush isn't working. Nope, face. I thought it was actually hand washing that time. Yeah. I was excited too, but alas, no spooky ghost jump scare. Am I gonna do anything or do the washing up? Bonus! Get the immersive bonus. Cops won't kill him. We're gonna get sick and die on his own. You can do that. I can eat pills and drink alcohol and just die. Should we sleep or? Of course we can. It's David Cage. Sleep. Just sleep in your... I assume you've changed the sheets. Well, you're not even under them, I guess. Sleep. Lay on the sheet. Nothing less from a David Cage game. Ah, we're more neutral now. Hooray for being more neutral. Dong ding. It's whatever her name is. Ah, the theme of love is playing. Hello! Dong ding, eyeball. It's just dong. It's just dong. What kind of doorbell just goes dong?
Hi.
Hi.
I came to pick up my stuff. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
A tick
No,
vampire.
I'm just a little bit sleepy. Come in.
Just a little bit sleepy, by which I mean you woke me up.
Have a seat.
Not literally, I need these. Looks like a gorilla. Stuff!
I'll go and get your stuff.
It's just 2 boxes.
I'm not sure exactly where
window's
they'd be now,
locked.
but they shouldn't be too hard to find. They've got my initials on them.
They're not. It's not locked. I have to keep bloody opening the windows or closing the windows. Hi, Doc. How do we accurately sum up what's happened so far? Tell you what, why don't you guys give it a try? Oh no, Doc knows this game. That's fine. Go back, save yourself. David Cage happened. Are we looking for boxes? Is this yours? This box? Nobody washes their hands after touching their genitals. A lot of peeing has happened, which I did not remember. And instead of washing your hands after doing that, you just wash your face with the hands you just peed on. Boxes? No, that goes into there. Aha, over here. You're a slightly different color to the rest of the environment. One here maybe? No? It needs to be small enough for me to pick up, so. Here's one. Is that good enough? Mr. Fahrenheit does have a weak blood. Everyone has. I can't go in there now. There was a prompt before. Okay, guess not. Could you give me more clues, lady? Could you inform me a little more accurately of where your boxes might be? This camera is just the best. Also, good control scheme where the camera is changing direction, but the controls sure aren't. This is why tank controls exist. So that when you're doing a dynamic camera angle thing, you don't have to deal with... Aha! Yes. Lots of peeing, lots of rubbing the piss over your face. No actual hand washing or touching soap. Yeah. Move these non-distinct boxes for me. You do it. You do it. I'm not gonna help. What's that like? Camera? Can I? Dun 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 dun. There was smooth movement and then it stopped. Oh, this box has no shadow. It's a vampire box. She's the vampire. Her initials stand for Haunt Dracula. Wait, is it HT or TH? Depends which one you look at, I suppose. Good game, good game. Her name was Tiffany, I think, wasn't it? So Tauntacula. Or Tos Haratsu.
Here they are. I think that's everything.
Is everything okay, Lucas?
TH stands for
stressed.
That's everything. Reassuring.
I had a few health problems, but I'm better now.
That's good.
I got attacked by bugs at work. Sentiment.
Hey,
nice.
I miss you, you know?
I miss you too.
We've broken up.
Are you with
Don't
anybody?
kiss somebody if you've broken up.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be asking you that.
No, it's okay. I don't mind. No, I'm still alone. And you?
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you
alone
consider
too.
moving?
I've had a little trouble getting over you.
Drama.
You still playing?
Oh god, no.
You know, I really haven't even thought about it lately.
What?
Play a couple of notes for me, will ya? You know, in memory of the good times.
Oh god.
Okay, sure.
Do you want to see my punching bag skills?
No.
No. Also, my chat stopped updating. That's not helpful. Twitch. Stiff posture for moving around. Tentacular. Smooch. There. Play us the song of your people. I'm going to refresh chat quickly, because thanks to Twitch. There we go. Look up the Deadly Premonition song and listen to that instead. You do that. Ooh. Different song. Same prompts. same wrong guitar being played. Somehow an acoustic guitar. Extremely good acoustic simulation pedal. Is the Deadly Premonition song called something like Life is Beautiful? Something like that. Simon says play the guitar. Play G, then E, then F. Then you've spelled Jeff. Ah. It's fine, don't worry about it. How long is this going for? I'm sorry, I'm out of practice. Oh, it just stops. Cool, great. When to type Deadly Premonition, you choose whistle theme, yeah. Playing guitar's hard.
Well, I'm gonna
Uh,
go.
leave, don't kiss, it's weird.
I think it would probably be best if you left now.
She just said that.
You're right. Thanks for everything.
Why was that the bad thing to do? You can do better, Tantacula. You can do better than this weird vampire man. Bye bye, Tantacula.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to. Maybe it was better this way. After all, I had no idea what was going to happen to me in the next 24 hours. What could I offer at this point to a girl like Tiffany? By letting her go, I was protecting her. I went to bed. There was nothing else for me to do but try to sleep and find out what tomorrow was going to bring.
And drink milk. I'm here. Hello. Perfect camera angle. You can do anything. Slap. More slap. More slap. Sleep on top of bed. Sheets are for laying on. Is this? So soon? Everything's happening way faster than I expected it to. That duck soup might come in handy in a minute. Jumper and jeans is gonna be so sweaty, I know. Pet the bub! Pet. Give pets. Pet bub. Give pets. Pet bub. Pet. Pet the bub. Give pets. Do bub. Pet. Ooh. What do you mean the duck soup might come in handy? You'll see. Oh, hi. Bro.
That little girl again. She seems so real. I must be losing my mind.
No, I'm stressed. Okay, no, it's fine, not yet. Dice time! Roll a 2. To go to the gymnasium at 8:11 a.m/p.m. Very much depends what the game wants. Cannot bet burb until you wash your filthy hands. Exactly. 1? That's not a 2. To the cemetery.
10 years. 10 years since my parents were killed in a car accident. I've never completely recovered from losing them. You never really get over something like that. Considering all that's been happening to me lately, I thought maybe I should go and meditate at their grave a little this morning.
Can we play the burb, maybe? Run through the grave. I like graveyards. They're nice. Where am I going? Anywhere in particular I need to go? Oh, yeah, camera. Ah, I found a bonus, everyone! Where am I going? Is this it? Down here? Oh, there's more. There's another path. Oh, hi.
I'm happy that you could come.
Is the Berber Raven reference? It's almost all of the ideas in this was stolen from somewhere, so probably. John and Mary Kane Ashley. They died in 1999. That was 10 years ago, so it's 2009? Is that happening?
Lucas, come on, Lucas, come and play. You can't spend your whole life just sitting in the corner. Lucas.
We met the coroner. He probably wouldn't like that. Flashbacks.
Lucas, you coming?
I don't want to, Marcus. Leave me alone.
I've about had it with you, Lucas. You're always off by yourself. You never talk to anyone. You never play with anyone. I'm starting to think maybe you're crazy. You're weird, that's for sure.
Is that bad?
Come on, do me a favor. Just play with everybody this one time.
How about hide and seek? We could go play in Hangar 4.
No way! You know we're not allowed to play in there.
Who cares? We can get in through that hole in the fence like last time.
Better
See us.
Better child voice actors than Heavy Rain.
Good idea. Let's do it.
Are you coming with us, Lucas?
Blood or mud? Yes. Oh yeah, they're quite grotty, aren't they? Not a face, Mom. Now I'll stand. Oh good, this one. I took one step. Get ready. Oh no.
Hangar 4. It's gonna burn. Marcus and the others will get caught in the fire. Quick, I've got to warn someone. We've got to save them before it's too late.
I got there fast, yeah. Well, no, it's our character may or may not be psychic. It's a thing. What is back? What do you mean back? Can I climb? Ah. Why did it say back? Oh god, here we go. What an Amrak angle. He's just always been able to do this? I guess. Only Metal Gear Solid now. That is not how I wanted the camera to change. I can't see anything. Why is there a stealth section in this game? Also, we're on a military base. I'll point that out. This is such a David Cage game. Again, this is the purest David Cage of David Cage games. Keep running, you idiot. Why don't we go this way?
Don't move or I'll shoot.
Okay. I thought I was supposed to follow that. Oh, it stops me here at least. I want to get over there, right? But that's not where the van's going. Guess I need to go like halfway between. Yeah, that's how stealth works. Sure. You wouldn't have seen that at all. Games. I lost a cross. Boo. Right, time to use my childhood premonition powers to save these kids, presumably.
Lucas, what are you doing here? I thought you didn't want to play.
Get out of here now, Marcus. The hangar's going to explode.
Huh? How can that...
Don't ask any questions, Marcus. Get out now. It's about to explode.
The plot has no
I'll be looking for the
explanation.
others.
Go. Luckily, they're playing hide and seek, so, I don't know where anyone is. They're hiding. Anyone under here? No. That's where the fire is. This feels like a place. No? Oh, oh. Where? Where?
Bug off, Lucas. You're going to give me away.
The hangar's going to explode. You gotta get out of here right now.
What kind of crap is this? You get out of here and stop trying to ruin the game.
You are going to get out of the hangar right now. I'm not kidding.
Shit, Lucas, you're a total nutcase.
Rude. Died. Yeah, I feel like this is older woman doing voice acting for kid. Anyone in here?
What are you doing here, Lucas? Get out. Nobody wants to play with you.
Reasonable,
You
but
need to get out of here, Kurt. The hangar's gonna blow.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a retard, Lucas.
language. Lie.
Your mother sent me to find you. I'm gonna go and tell her that you're messing around in here.
Your mom.
What? My mom? You say one word to her and you're dead meat.
Look,
I'll deal with you later, freak.
Our childhood psychic powers allow us to hear fires much stronger than anyone else. And presumably up the stairs there's going to be someone. Spread them out as far as you can. One there. Here. Aha.
What are you doing here, Lucas?
Timed events.
The
Shush.
game's over. Everybody's gone. You can come out now.
Oh, that's just great. Why didn't anybody tell me?
Oh, that one was easy. Marvelous.
Lucas, are you hurt?
Now they're gonna blame me
No,
for blowing it
Just
up.
a few scratches.
And the others?
I managed to warn them
Hey.
in time. They all got out.
How did you know it was going to happen, Lucas?
I saw it. I saw it before it happened. Don't ask me how.
You know they'll never believe that.
I know.
Lucas? Are you all right, Lucas?
Sorry, I
Lucas?
imagined I was psychic as a
Can you hear me?
child. I like making
Did a little
stuff like that
checking
up.
around, without giving your name, obviously. I was told about a person who is familiar with, let's say, unusual phenomena.
Oh, yeah.
Think that maybe she could help you. Here,
This is her address. You know that I don't believe in any of this, Lucas, but I sincerely hope that she can give you some kind of answer.
I hope so too.
Excuse me for that, I know. I believe these two are in the same place, so it probably doesn't matter. But we'll go with our favourite number, 2. Tula Miles.
I had some shit on my mind this morning.
Language.
I knew Samantha was depressed, but I didn't know what I could really do about it.
Well, she was stressed. The coffee helps.
Man, I love that smell of old leather and sweat.
Don't tell her that.
Maybe I could just forget about everything.
It's very rude.
Just get in a good workout with Carla. Damn, you look a little out of it, Carla. You sure you're cool?
I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Okay, let's warm up a little, then go for it. Let me know when you're
Lara
ready.
Croft coded.
Okay, sounds good.
Lara Croft was coded better than this. Anyway, everyone enjoying the story so far? I'm gonna do some very important story work here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is harder than it looks.
8. 9. 10. Yeah. I'm in pretty good shape this morning.
Just getting the rhythm.
One more set and I'll be ready to get in the ring.
It's closed. One more set. What? Do we have to do more? Are you going to do punch bags? The bounce bags. Can I just leave? I'm holding down. I'm holding down, everyone. Okay, I'll hold right. Bonus! Cam? Oh, God. The controls, please. Yeah, nothing there. Ah, these, maybe. No? Okay. No. This one? Now. Please. Give me controls. Right.
1, 2, 3.
Where's the spotter?
4.
This is the gritty 2009s. We don't have spotters or anything namby-pamby like that.
7. 8. 9. 10.
So about those glowing office bugs.
I'm ready to rock.
David Cage said you should feel exertion in these moments. I feel irritation. I'm tired. What's the name now? Do I have to? Do you have to do stuff as well? Whoop. My mental status is 100% neutral. Nice. Oh, there are videos of the chase scenes, but they're all failures. Yeah, there's a good Heavy Rain ones.
1, 2, 3.
I don't play video games to be exhausted, and if I do, I want them to be actual physical exertion and not just by fingers hurting.
5.
Subtle camera angle.
6.
I actually didn't notice. I was focusing on the bar for some
7.
reason.
8. 9. 10.
Yeah.
One last set and I'll be ready to fight.
You want to do this one? No, what one do you want to do? Oh god, I'm Tyler now. Keep pressing the wrong button. Do you want to do these? What are these? Do you want to do this? This. Yoga. Do yoga. David Cage is subtle as a brick in the face. Just wait. You've started seeing what this game's about, but just wait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Faster, please.
8, 9, 10.
Well, that's the fastest one. I like that one.
Okay. I'm warmed up. I'm ready to get in the ring.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas for tonight's match between Terrible Tyler Miles and Killer Carla Valenti.
Oh yeah, and who's always kicking out the crap about me acting like a kid all the time?
That smile. Oh god, we got a box. How the hell does this work? Simon says. She admitted she's a killer. Case closed. Oh yeah, but Tyler's terrible, so he's never gonna catch her. You know, unstoppable force, immovable object. Ah, itchy face. The opacity of these could be better. Imagine there's some accessibility issues with this game, but hey. So I should specify the left and the right hand colours represent the left and right controller sticks. So they're not exactly precise. You can think that was definitely left and it registers it as up because it was up left. This is a good way to treat your staff. HR are gonna hear about this. Stock impact noises, yeah.
How'd you do that?
I was raised in the Shaolin Monastery. The monks taught me all the evil secrets of Kung Fu.
What? No shit?
Man, Tyler, you don't believe anything I tell you.
Yo, nothing about you surprises me now, woman. You want to go again?
No!
No, I'm done. I'm gonna grab a shower and get back to work.
Quite done, thank you very much.
Can't get that restaurant murder out of your head, huh?
Not if you keep talking about
I
it.
feel like there's a piece of the puzzle missing.
You may have
Busting your
concussion.
head for nothing. The guy's a psycho.
Busted
End of
your
story.
head.
Yeah, maybe. I just want to find him and make sure he never does it again.
We'll get him. Guy who leaves that much evidence behind on a murder one, he's gonna slip up somewhere.
I hope it's that simple, Tyler. I really do.
Oh, it'll be definitely that simple, don't worry about it. Police station, A or B? 1 or 2? Roll the AB dice. I'm glad we have the same stock footage behind both of them. Clickety clack, it's number 2, what a shock. Tyler.
So, how's that restaurant murder case coming along?
Oh, we're in the same room.
We've got a few leads, but no suspects for the
Thanks,
moment. There's some troubling elements about this case.
We know it probably wasn't premeditated, and it wasn't done for money.
What's your theory?
Hmm?
Well, some of the elements match the MO
Psychopath?
of a psycho. You know, he left prints and blood everywhere, let himself be seen by witnesses. Man, he practically left his name and address.
He did in this
You
book.
know, these guys hear God's voice telling them to kill somebody. That would explain the non-premeditated part.
Do you think there's much chance he'll kill again?
I don't know.
We don't have enough information to determine that right now. He might do it again tomorrow, or we might never hear from him again.
I want
This guy's
nut
called
job
Phil.
behind bars ASAP. Do whatever you have to do.
He has a diploma on the wall and his name written in there is
Check
just
the local
Phil.
hospitals to see if they've had any men with knife wounds in. Check with all the psycho wards to see if they've got any ex-patients out on the streets who might have been capable of something like this.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, book we found under the table. Garrett left it on your desk. See if you can make anything of it.
Okay,
Like made
I'll
lots
get on all
of
that stuff right away.
origami
What are you gonna work on?
cranes.
There's something that I need to verify.
That happened.
Carla asked me to see what I could find out about the book we found in the dining. It might be able to tell us something about the killer. I inquired in the office, and I ended up in a bookshop specializing in old books run by a guy named Takeo.
Takeo, you say. We'll go back. Bonus. Hunt for bonus. Hey, I'll be with you in a sec. I'm looking for bonus. Controls, please. How big is this bloody... There's gonna be a puzzle in this. God, this music. Look, if you think the funk music playing while we're controlling a black man is potentially culturally insensitive, boy howdy, do I have a scene for you. Controls. Anyway.
Yo. Excuse me?
Oh, I am sorry to cause waiting on you. Your presence here bring honor to my miserable shop. My name is Takeo. Tell me what I can do to make you happy?
Damn. This guy looks just like that old Chinese dude in Gremlins. If he offers me a little box with a monster in it, I am gone. I was digging around in my closet,
Oh, David.
and I found this old book. Thought it might be worth something.
Unhappily, I am but a worthless well of ignorance. My tiny expertise extend wholly to books I sell here.
Well, actually, I'm a detective with the NYPD.
You, immigration? You come break my place up? All paper store family is legal. You verify it. No problem.
Okay, calm down. I'm not here to bust you.
If you no got warrant, you go now. This private property.
Yeah, great strategy, Tyler. Nice work.
Cringe hard.
Can you just take a look at it? You
It
must have
deserves
seen
it.
books like this one before.
However, I will continue with this scene.
Many times, yes. I very sad to say, no can be helping you.
Thanks anyway. At least I tried.
I would attempt to persist.
Maybe there is something I can do for you.
One client order very rare book. Since this morning I look for it, but impossible to find. You find this book, and I tell you all you want to know.
Fun fact, there's a character like this in Omicron as well.
So, what does it look like, this book you want?
Ah, easy. It from same collection as this one.
Okay, I ought to be able to handle that. Bring back the sacred diamond of the old sage of the mountain, and he will give you the magic talisman. Oh, man. What am I, in a video game?
See, it's self-aware. It knows. That makes it fine. Care for the killer. The Tempest. Billy Shakespeare. No, that's... Yeah.
A torn piece of paper. Looks
We
like
hadn't
a
found this yet.
Computer printout of a bunch of numbers. Fell out of the book. Must have been a bookmark. I'll check it out at the office.
Didn't they find that when checking for prints? Was there anything else here, or is it just the 3 screaming sneezes in a row? You're allergic to David Gates BS. This is why. Yeah. Okay, so we can flip thing. What was this thing? Printed in Alabama, 1884. Okay. Animations. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. There was another. Oh, come on. Controls. Oh god, the camera angles in is terrible, which means that the controls are terrible. Oh no. Big controller, 1796. Right. $17.96. White 3rd floor.
If the book you're looking for isn't here, then it doesn't exist.
I've got to run downstairs to check it. Video games. There's a reason I'm doing... You can just leave, by the way. You can just leave this. Oh, I can't even check it. You can just leave this and go, no, I'm not interested. Bye. But there's a reason I want to do this.
Okay, here's your book.
Subtitles?
Oh, great. You found it. Thanks, dude. What do you want to know about that book?
Is it just me, or did you lose your accent?
Oh, yeah. That's for the customers. They love that wise old Japanese master stuff. I was born in Brooklyn, man. I never been no further than Long Island. I'm more American than you are, man.
See, it was fine.
Well, do you have clients who buy these kind of books?
Hey, the book didn't come from here, if that's what you're thinking.
Yo, thanks for your help.
No problem.
What? There were loads more questions.
Come by again, okay?
Bonus! Is that it? Is there no other questions I could ask? Well, that was a waste of time. We came here and learned that the book wasn't from here. Bye! No, it wasn't. It was fine, because it wasn't...
As far back
it's
as I
fine.
can remember, I've been frightened by small spaces. Whenever I'm in a small, confined place, I start to panic. I have trouble breathing, and I need to get out right away.
Oh yeah, here we go.
You've heard the name. Claustrophobia.
She is claustrophobic.
Well, I had decided not to let my fear control me. I decided to try and fight it every chance I got. I'm going to stay calm. Everything is going to be fine. I'm going to breathe deeply and walk without stopping until I find the computer terminal. There should be a switch box around here.
Lovely. L and R button alternately to make Carla breathe. Keep the pointer in the middle of the gauge to make Carla stay calm. I've got to walk while this is happening. I see. Okay, I understand how this works now. This is the best way to breathe, right?
Here's the archive terminal. I can consult the file here. The save files are classified by year. The Kirsten files should be in the 1990s. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
It's over here. Bonus. Gameplay. David Cage doesn't know gameplay. Oh good, the lights went out.
The electricity's cut. I just need to stay calm. I will control my fear.
Okay, so I'm gonna go around there first. Also, the controlling for this is completely different to the rest of the game of how you move around. Bong. I guess it makes sense as first person. But... this all makes sense. Anyway, do you remember when we got attacked by massive bugs in an office? And then you put this one back. The best way to keep breathing is to go and then hold your breath for 2 minutes. And then go breathe along like this at home, and don't send me your medical bills.
It's starting. My hands, they're shaking. Here are the files starting with K. Just need to check to make sure I've got the right year on the terminal.
Do the thing. Do the Batman.
There's no power to the terminal. I guess there must be a switch box somewhere.
Oh, good. It's 2009. Why does the basement of a prison, not a prison, a police, like, big old police station in New York look like this? And operate like this?
I think I found it.
There we go.
File is empty.
Oh, good.
No report, no evidence, nothing. Wait.
That was worth doing.
Here's the name of the detective in charge of the investigation. Robert Mitchell.
Phil Mitchell. Posture? Posture check. Can I save? Nothing I can do? Stop. Stop, I guess. I guess that's a good place to stop. Yeah. Probably would have been better to stop after the horribly racist section. I did forget about that, to be fair. Yee. That is the start of Fahrenheit. I hope you all now know what to expect. It's very obvious where the story is going from here. Hope you all understand the vibe of this game and, you know, this detective procedural that we're undertaking. Interesting little murder mystery thing going on. Yeah. Hope you get the consistent tone of the whole thing. I'll be perfectly honest, I thought it got nuts later. There's more. Don't worry. There's more. That ain't it. Love the snip doodle. Yay, we did it this morning on stream. Yay. So that's that for a week. We'll be back next week with whatever else there is to be done. Always nuts all the time. I'll be back on the morrow with the Final Fantasy IX draw through. Oh yes. What did we just do? Oh yeah, Lindblom got eaten. That just happened. We should probably see what's going on with that. Yeah. Let's investigate the consequences of having a city be eaten. And we will do that tomorrow. There will be no morning stream on Thursday, just as a reminder, because life got in the way, and I'm going to have to investigate Saturday stream times to see whether or not they are happening as well. Slept through that stream because you've gone over 36 hours without sleep the last couple of days and passed out last night. Well, I'm glad you got sleep eventually. And hopefully you can get more soon. And hopefully regularly. That'd be nice. Thank you for this fun stream. We're setting things up. We're laying the subtle groundwork for the interesting mystery ahead. Yeah. We are getting through it though. I probably did this in like 3 streams. Maybe, I don't know. 4. But yeah. Next time we might meet Agatha. It'll not be the mystery you expect. And then the mystery after that will not be the mystery you expect. And then the mystery after that will not be... Game keeps going. Anyway. Get some drinks for next stream to help deal with the nonsense and BS. Yeah. So yeah, hope everyone's enjoying me exposing you to this. And I hope anybody who has played a later David Cage game is starting to understand what the rest of his staff is like reining him back from. So yeah. You expect nothing new. Indeed. That is Welsh for less. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. Have a lovely time, everybody. Thank you for being here. Yeah. See you around. Bye, everybody. Bye. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye.